In this video, we're going to go over problems that are similar to what's on your 3.06 quiz. So in this problem, it says y varies directly with x. Remember, that is telling us that we have the equation y equals kx. So it says that y equals 30 when x equals 6. So we can use this to figure out the value of k. So this is saying that 30 equals k times 6. So to solve for k, I can divide both sides by 6, which tells me that 5 equals the value of k. So now I can write my equation as y equals 5x. So now I want to find the value of y when x equals 4, so I'm going to use this equation. So I'm going to do y equals 5 times 4, which tells me that y equals 20. So it says a pound of bananas costs 62 cents. The total cost varies directly with the pounds of bananas purchased. Write an equation that relates the total cost C and the number of pounds of bananas purchased P. So here's my important phrase. The total cost varies directly with the pounds of bananas purchased. So that means I can say that cost equals K times pounds, right? My y equals Kx. So what I can do is I can use the variables they told me. So I have C and P. So I have C equals K times P. Well, it tells me that a pound costs 62 cents. So that means that 62 cents is my rate of change. So I can write this equation as C equals 0.62 times P, and that is the direct variation equation that models this function. So it says the cost of adding fuel to a car varies directly with the number of gallons of fuel purchased. Adding 2 gallons of fuel results in a cost of $6.80. Adding 5 gallons of fuel results in a cost of $17. Determine the cost of adding 10 gallons of fuels to a car. So here's my important phrase. The cost of adding fuels varies directly with the number of gallons purchased. Okay, so there's my varies directly. So it's saying cost varies directly, so cost equals K times gallons. So it doesn't give me variables in this problem, so I'm just going to make up my own. I'm going to say that C equals K times G. Well, it says 2 gallons results in a cost of $6.80. So we can use that to find the value of K, right? We have $6.80 equals K times 2 gallons. So if we divide both sides by 2, that's telling me that $3.40 is the value of K. So that means I have this equation, C equals $3.40 times G. So it tells us that adding 5 gallons results in a cost of $17. We can use that to check and make sure that our equation is correct, right? So 17 equals $3.40 times 5. So if we multiply that out, 3.4 times 5 is 17, so that is the correct equation. Now it wants us to find the cost when you add 10 gallons. So we can say that cost equals 3.4 times 10 gallons. So that means that cost equals 3.4 times 10, which is 34. So the cost will be $34 when you buy 10 gallons of gas. So in this problem, it says that suppose that y varies directly with x and that y equals 112 when x equals 8. What is the value of x when y equals 168? So it says y varies directly with x, and it says that y equals 112 when x equals 8. So we know that y equals kx, and then we have this situation, so we have 112 equals k times 8. So we can divide both sides by 8 in order to figure out the value of k. So 112 divided by 8 is 14. So when we write this equation, we can say that y equals 14x, and then it's asking us to find x when y equals 168. So that means that 168 equals 14x. So we can divide both sides by 14 to solve to find the value of x. 168 divided by 14 gives us a value of 12, which is the value of x. So x is 12. So it says the distance a car travels varies directly with the number of hours it's driven. It travels a distance of 120 miles when it's driven for 2 hours. How far would the car travel if it's driven for 5 hours? So here's our important phrase. The distance a car travels varies directly with the number of hours it's driven. Okay, so distance varies directly, so distance equals K times hours. So then it gives us a situation. It says the distance is 120 when it's driven 2 hours. So we can say 120 equals K times 2 hours. So we can divide both sides by 2, and so we have 60 equals the value of K. So our equation will be distance equals 60 times the number of hours. So it says, how far would the car travel if it's driven for 5 hours? So we want to know distance, so we can say that D equals 60 times 5 hours. So if we do 60 times 5, that tells us that the distance equals 300 miles.